McLevin, poll question and the results so far from the first hour. Then we'll get to the playmaker, Michael Irvin.
Do you like Marshawn Lynch more or less because of the way he treats the media? 70% say more.
All right, let's bring in Michael Irvin. Let me start there, Irv. What do you think of Marshawn Lynch post-game comments?
Man, I don't care nothing about his post-game comments. Dan, let me tell you how I feel. He doesn't talk much. And Beast, they don't talk much. They just grumble and rumble right down the field. It goes so much with his playing personality. He almost makes him seem like he's an Neanderthal. Don't get on the field with him. Leave a man be. I don't need him talking. He's scared. That's part of his scary tactic, man. But don't you think Seattle would be out of there yesterday if they let this dude go? I don't care if he wants more money. Give him a few more money. Give him some more money. That dude, man, that run the other day.
But do you think there's an obligation to talk? I know that you can be fined.
There he is, Dan. Let me tell you something. This is how it is, and this is how this works. We're benefiting in great ways from the growth of the game. That's how the salary cap goes up and all of that stuff. And when the salary cap goes, because the more money you make, the more salary cap goes up, the more money you can make. That's how that works. And the media helps sells the game. That's how that works. Don't be asking for more money and all of that stuff, and you are, and be upset that this is the process. But I think what he's done is use it really to his benefit. He doesn't talk much. Okay, maybe if he says something a whole lot, maybe, you won't give him much credit for what he says. This is a great thing he has going. It's scary. The dude don't want to talk and he runs that hard. And I do think we should be obligated to talk because we want to help grow the game so you can grow your pockets. That's just the reality.
So you think he should be obligated to talk?
Yes, and he should do exactly what he's doing.
Well, you know what, Mike? Bill Belichick basically does the same thing, that he tries to go and not say something, but he has to go and talk to the media. So I get it. And if I'm an athlete, I'm trying to use this to my benefit. How do I make this beneficial to me while I'm talking to the media? And look, we're hypocritical in the media. We're going to rip you if you don't say anything. Then we'll rip you if you do say something. So
right now, but then not sharp enough. And certainly I'm not speaking to his sharpness because I think he's a bright guy. He's a sharp guy. But if you're not sharp enough and you're out here talking to the media all the time, is that going to be a help or a hindrance in your perspective?
Yeah. Yeah, I'm right there with you. Here was the other thing. I'm watching the Bengals last night, and the Bengals haven't won anything. They can't win a playoff game, and everything they did was a celebration. Now, look, I know I'm speaking to the choir when I talk to you here, but, Mike, there has to be a point where you expect to do something on the field.
How you going to hit me with that?
I'm speaking to the godfather of celebration.
There is something that's on and goes on within a celebratory moment that really is it's so inspiring all the way to most people. If it's a true moment, then it can lift the other side of your team. An offensive guy make a great moment, great play, and he enjoys that moment. It's a real moment. The defensive guys will feel that, and they'll want to feel that great moment.
Mike,
that's what it is.
Mike, hold on.
You don't think that was a big game for Cincinnati last night?
Yes, it was. Yes, it was. But if you get a half a sack, you can't celebrate, like you won Dancing with the Stars. I mean, come on. There's certain things where you say you're paid to do that. I thought the Bengals, taunting as they're going into the end zone, and I don't know. I wanted a little more professionalism than I saw last night. That's all.
You do know that I was the first guy, if you can go back and look at it all you want. I was the first guy that really came out with after the catch, the first down.
Oh, I know, Mike.
Now, and that started back in Miami on a 3-yard reception. It was a 3-yard reception. I grabbed it right off the top of the blade of the grass. I was really talking about how beautiful the catch was. I grabbed it off the blade of the grass, and then I said, look at this first down. That's how that started. Now, you can't, you're right. You can't ask me this question.
All right, let me ask you this one.
You can't ask me that question.
All right, if you're the Broncos, you're a Bronco fan, are you concerned?
I've been saying it, Dan, for the last, I don't know how many weeks, ever since we reported that the Broncos had asked Peyton Manning for this year and one more year, and that was 4 or 5 weeks ago, that there's something going on. There's something going on with Peyton Manning, and no one's saying anything. And I am concerned. Really concerned. Because you can try to fool everybody that, yes, we want to win running the football, and yes, get you a running game. But you see there's something to be concerned about. Something's going on with Peyton Manning, and I'm still not fully aware of what's going on, but something's going on.
Topic of conversation yesterday, the Cowboys MVP. After Jerry Jones spoke up and said Tony Romo should be thrown in there, who's the Cowboys MVP?
Well, the DeMarco Murray is, no doubt. Period. Let's just stop messing around. Jerry said what he needs to say, and especially right now, because, hey, I got Tony Romo under contract. I'm working on DeMarco Murray. Wait a minute, y'all. Stop putting those letters. When you put those letters by his name, I have to put more zeros on his contract. Let's stop that right now. It's Tony Romo, who I already have on the contract, but it is DeMarco. And here again, coming out of the Thanksgiving Day game, it was, okay, DeMarco has done all he can do for the Dallas Cowboys. Now it was time for Tony Romo and those guys outside to take over games and win games. We got everybody, their mom, their dad, brothers and sisters. They calling everybody, come on out of the stands and get in this box to help us stop this run. And they got one-on-one outside, and those guys had to step up and make plays. And Tony Romo and the guys outside have been doing that.
We make a big deal about Jay Cutler, that it doesn't seem like he has a pulse. He doesn't get excited, angry, throw things. But you played with Troy Aikman. Troy wasn't demonstrative, was he?
No, he wasn't, but he was very passionate, and I was just telling somebody that was the perfect part for me. It wasn't that Troy didn't care. Oh, Troy cared. Oh, and you knew he cared. Trust me, you knew. When those eyes, those big old eyes, it gets red, and boy, yeah, he cares. Trust me. He just didn't say it or show it in that demonstrative way, But yeah, he would get on you. Now, let me tell you what I think if I'm Chicago Bears, what I'm going to go do, Dan. I'm going to go find me a real great defensive leader. A guy that's a good defensive leader to put with what I have on offense. I'm going to give what I have on offense another run this season. I'm going to. That's my offense. I like what I have on offense. It just didn't work out. I'll put more towards the run game, and I need me a Ray Lewis as a leader on the defense. Then that can kind of supplement what I need. Then I won't get problems from the quarterback position.
Yeah, but you can't just find Ray Lewis's. And my whole thing, everybody went all.
That's a great point, Dan.
Yeah.
That was genius of you right there.
Yeah. Thank you, Mike.
Okay.
But everybody went all in on offense, Mike. And now, when it comes to the postseason, what are we talking about? We're talking about Seattle's defense. We're talking about the ability to run the football. The regular season and fantasy is built on these offensive passing numbers. But you're going to win a championship. You're going to win it because you can play defense, you can run the football, you can stop somebody when you have to stop somebody.
Yeah, and we'll do all of this stuff and breaking out each of these, Dan. You're going to win championships because the game exudes and it teaches the greatest thing of all, how to work together. something you can use on the football field, something you can use in your home, something you can use on your job. Hey, yes, we'll talk about the fantasy throwing numbers, but ultimately to become a champion, to do something great, you're going to have to put a good running game with it. You're going to have a good defense with it. You're going to have a good special teams with it. That's why it's the greatest game in the world, because we watch it so we can all learn how to work together.
Speaking of working together, the best cowboy party after a Super Bowl was what win and what went on?
Man, listen, I'm not paying the price for that stuff twice. I've already paid the price. I went on probation and everything.
Mike, the statute of limitations is up. You're in the clear.
Hey, all right, boy, I'm telling you, I'm like Bill Clinton on that, boy. Hey, no matter how bad it seems, I ain't never coming clean. I'm a whole let it run with it all the way. No, Dad, that's all you got. But we've had some great parties, man. Great parties. Now, I'm not putting people out like that. I'm not putting people out like that. I'm not going to do it.
Okay, but no names. Just what Super Bowl was the best party? When you won in Los Angeles or you won in Atlanta?
Well, always the first Super Bowl. It's just the first Super Bowl. Now, when we first got to L.A., we were the first Super Bowl we got to L.A., we were crashing all kinds of parties. I think Babyface had a party. Some people had parties. We were crashing these parties as a group of ball players, talking about, what party is this here? The Super Bowl's in town, and we are in the Super Bowl. We are the party. So they looked at us. We were off the chain, man. We had so much fun at those Super Bowls.
Okay, who was the MVP of the Cowboys Super Bowl parties?
I can't give up that information. You know what they say on the courtroom, on the chair list. I'm going to have to plead the fifth. Just self-incrimination right there.
Did you get an award? Did they give you an MVP award?
I plead the fifth. Self-incrimination. Hey, I tell you this, Dino. After the third Super Bowl, there was one time, and I won't say his name, because they have the team party, and this was after the party, and it's coming up in the morning, and I'm trying to get situated because a lot of us are getting on the bus to go straight to the airport and fly right to the Pro Bowl, right? So as we're all leaving out this party during the daytime, I'm walking behind one of the coaches, and he goes to his room, and he's at his room, and he's putting his key in the door, and he can't open the door, and he looks at me, he's like, man, I always got the wrong head. And I walk up to him, and I grab his hand, and I said, Coach, you don't have the wrong key. You don't even have the key in the door. He was standing about 7 feet from the door. I had to walk him to the door and put the key in. I said, go in and go to sleep. You'll be okay.
But Jimmy Johnson eventually got to the hotel room.
That was the third Super Bowl. Jimmy wasn't even there.
Oh. so Barry Switzer got to his room.
Boy, this was
Oh. Good to talk to you, Mike.
Hey.
Merry Christmas to you, man.
It's always great to talk to you, man. And Merry Christmas to everybody. Everybody live, laugh, and love your family this holiday season. God bless you, Dan. Love you, buddy.
Thank you, Irv. That's Michael Irvin, playmaker.